Have you ever encountered with numerology? What does it suggest and what is your impression about it? Most people say that numerology is the science of numbers wherein numbers can be added or your name can have an equivalent number that could determine your luck and future. Numerology is defined in various ways and it depends on the culture or tradition of the person that defines it. However, there is one thing that you should know about numerology. If you want to examine your life or you simply want to figure out the next event in your life, numerology is one of the best tools you can use. It also presents a whole picture which reveals all your personality's diverse parts and on how they can be combined together to form your personality today. With the help of numerology, you will be able to bring out your hidden strengths. So now, let's have a look at the basics of numerology. The basics. In numerology, every letter in the alphabet has an equivalent number. In Hebrew, it is called gematria. According to some books about numerology, associating numbers to letters is an old method, and many historians believe that this method is a great way to know things behind one's name or personality. Based from various resources about numerology, the equivalent number of the letters may vary and it depends on the tradition they follow. Oftentimes, many people count the letters in the alphabet and they add all the digits together to obtain a number which could represent the letter. Several people also consider that numerology is the forefather of mathematics, which makes it analogous to the study of astronomy, astrology, chemistry, or alchemy. However, how accurate is numerology? Why do some people believe in it? Is it beneficial or tells the truth about you? Numerology is quite complicated for some. It is natural for you to have questions in your mind, but once you have understood everything about it, you will know how it works and how numbers are calculated. Little background about numerology. Numerology is one of the oldest ways to study numbers. Yet, since it's practiced in different parts of the world, there are various approaches used to calculate numbers, and each strategy may vary depending on the tradition or the person who is practicing the method. The fundamental of numerology is not special as most of you think, but it's the best way for you to determine on how things work with numerology and how numerologists arrive on their calculations. So here is a little background about numerology. Little background about numerology. Numerology is the idea that the universe is a system. Once broken down, we are left with the basic elements, which is numbers. The whole concept of numerology started when Pythagoras, the father of geometry, connected everything to numbers. He even stated that each person has its own specific personality and unique vibration. Pythagoras is also the one who divided the soul of human to nine types, and these numbers are still used in the modern society. Numerology is concerned on nothing but numbers. It mainly concentrates on the numbers 1 to 9, in which some numbers is reduced. In numerology, 0 is not considered as a number, as it adds nothing to any digits. When it comes to number 10, it exists as number 1's composite. The art of numerology. The best thing about numerology is that anyone can be a numerologist. The only thing you need is a paper, pen, and simple skills of calculations. Numerology, when compared to some divination methods, constantly moves and uses the magnetic energy of the earth. Since the soul is just one of the parts of the universe, the numbers are symbols which would help you translate the world around you. Each person has several numbers which can work as codes. If these numbers were deciphered, you can learn about your density, karma, spiritual, emotional, and personality influences. You will even discover why there are people who get on your nerves and how you can figure it out. The idea behind numerology is that the cosmos and your life is affected by your birth date, birth name, and many other factors surrounding an individual. In this way, there are great depths that a numerology forecast can provide. Consequently, it can provide often astounding insights about somebody. It is believed that there are no coincidences in the universe, that your name and birthday affect the journey that you will take and your characteristics in the same way that some look at horoscopes or astrology to interpret signs or destinies. The roots. The rules in numerology have connections about the frequencies of every person. Numerologists begin by evaluating figures that are related to the person's date of birth and name. These frequencies in figures supply perception into the character of a person. In numerology, each single amount has each adverse characteristics and constructive characteristics. Numerology supporters think that its concept determines and emphasizes their good personalities. Historical past of numerology. Where numerology came from and how it came to be is somewhat of a mystery. Like many ancient philosophies, Egypt and Babylon are where the earliest written records of numerology are said to be. Other evidence shows that numerology was used thousands of years ago in Rome, China, Greece, and Japan. Like I mentioned earlier, modern day numerology is normally credited to Pythagoras, who was a Greek philosopher. Although it is not known if he invented numerology, he had some theories behind it, which took numbers to a completely different level. These theories are now the reason behind Pythagoras having the credit for modern day numerology. Dr. Julian Stanton was actually the person who came up with the name numerology. He also brought recognition and awareness to it in modern day times. There is not much else known about the whereabouts of numerology. It has become quite popular in today's society and is used by many. Your life path number. Before you can really tap into the resources of numerology, you have to know your own life path number. Don't worry if you don't already know it. There is a surprisingly simple method used to calculate it. Essentially, it is just the sum of your birth date. As such, it represents who you are when you're born and tells you about your native traits, talents, and difficulties. All you need is the date, month, and year of your birth. All numbers need to be converted to single digits via addition unless the numbers are 11 or 22. So, if you were born in November, the 11th month, don't convert that number to a single digit. The same goes for any birthdays on the 22nd of a month or any sum totals that adds up to 11 or 22. This is because 11 and 22 are master numbers in numerology. Life Path Numerology Calculator Example. For example, if you were born on the 9th of March 1985, the date and month would give you the numbers 9 and 3. When it comes to the year, you would add 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 5, which would give you the number 23. Then add 2 plus 3, which would give you 5. At this point, you'd have three single-digit numbers, one for the date, one for the month, and one for the year, 9, 3, and 5. You would then add these three numbers together until you have just one single-digit number left. In this example case, 9 plus 3 plus 5 would give you 17. Then, 1 plus 7 would give you 8. your life path number. Now, let's look at the major strengths and roadblocks encountered by each life path number. As you'll see, each number is associated with a unique way of using the law of attraction. Life path number 1. You are creative and dedicated, which means you're naturally disposed to stick to the goals you set and should be innately gifted at law of attraction techniques such as visualization and dream board creation. So, these may hold more power for you than, say, verbal affirmations. However, the shadow side of life path number 1 is dependent on the needs, desires, and opinions of others. As such, you might be trying to manifest things you don't actually want. You may too be busy to please people instead of finding the courage to live the life you desire. Life path number 1 exercises. Try an exercise that truly connects you with your own values. For example, write down the 5 things that matters most to you, that you would value even if you could gain no praise or criticism for them. Now ask yourself, what life goals should you set in accordance with these values? These are things you should really be trying to manifest. However, you may still find it difficult to aim for these goals in an independent, confident, and autonomous way. So, you may benefit from further exercises that help you combat this aspect of your life number. Life path number 2. You are an emotionally sensitive, genuine person who practices congruence and honesty. So it's possibly not too hard for you to tune into your heart's desire when working with the law of attraction. On the other hand, life path number 2 comes with a challenging tendency to feel defeated and hopelessness in the fact of difficulties or criticism. You're likely to focus on the potential negatives of any situation, and this fear can stop you from manifesting. You need a more positive mindset. Life path number 2 exercises. To shed some of that negativity, try to work out where your critical inner voice comes from. Does it sound like a particular family member, teacher, or past partner? And what does it say? Write down some of these self defeating beliefs you hold and really look at them. Then turn them into positive questions. For example, I could never do that can become, what could I do to start making it possible for me to do that? You could also benefit from finding ways to boost your energy levels as lethargy is part of the shadow side of most life path number 2s. There are mantras, meditations, and physical tasks that can help you there. Life path number 3. One of the best things about being a life path number 3 is that you're socially magnetic. As such, if networking, romance, or anything else involving people is part of your law of attraction work, you'll have a definite advantage right away. You're also quite optimistic most of the time. This can stoke the fire of positivity you need if you're going to manifest effectively. That being said, the life path number is almost linked to a certain flippancy and difficulty with commitment at times. Consequently, you might find it hard to pin down just one thing you want to manifest and end up devoting only a little bit of energy to a wide range of goals. Life path number 3 exercises. Mindfulness exercises are an excellent way of stopping this shadow side of your life path number from getting in your way. This will teach you focus and discipline, helping you to hone into one thing at a time. Start by simply spending 10 to 15 minutes focusing on your breathing and letting other thoughts drift by. Later, you can graduate to visualization journey that helps you find your true goal. Life path number 4. Those with a life path number of 4 are blessed with a strong will and a practical personality. As such, you're likely to know exactly what you need to do to get the desired end result, which will definitely help you formulate a fantastic plan to go with your use of the law of attraction. You're also one of the numbers most likely to have faith that the law of attraction really will work. The unfortunate shadow side of a life path number 4, however, involves missing certain spontaneous opportunities due to a rigid perspective and having a lower likelihood of attaining wealth. Life path number 4 exercises. The good news is that you can use key law of attraction techniques to manifest more money. Once you know what you want for the money and how much you really need, do a daily visualization that involves a vivid picture of yourself enjoying the financial success to come. Don't just see it, feel it, smell it, and see it. You might also benefit from exercises that encourage you to outline your positive and negative beliefs about money and help you focus on maintaining a positive attitude towards it. Life path number 5. One of the major benefits of being born with a life path of number 5 is that you are an open minded, flexible thinker who is able to find solutions outside the box. You're also anchored in the present moment much of the time, which means you are very aware of current experiences and less likely to get bogged down by memories of the past or worries about the future. On a more negative note, number fives can be on the self indulgent side, feeling attracted to transient pleasures rather than fully trying to manifest lasting change. You might also tend to be a little bit self focused. You need to radiate a positive attitude towards others if you're going to use the law of attraction to its full potential. Life path number 5 exercises. To being spreading more positivity, try setting yourself the desk of doing a random act of kindness each day. Whether it's letting someone behind you skip the queue for coffee, complimenting a stranger, or calling a lonely friend. Once you expand your worldview and start looking outwards more often, you can move on to the task of trying to ascertain your deepest desires, looking past the superficial, fun ones that are initially so tempting. Life path number 6. The great thing about having 6 as your life path number is that you're so compassionate and generous that you can't help but spread goodness whenever you go. You're a nurturer and are full of loving energy. This helps you maintain just the right attitude of hope when it comes to the law of attraction. The flip side of being a life path number 6, however, is that you're always giving so much to others that you may have trouble finding time to do things you love. As such, you might always be just out of reach of the life you want to use the law of attraction to create. Life path number 6 exercises. One of the most important things you can do is learn new techniques for self care. Try to see that your value extends beyond what you can offer to others. For example, try making a list of the things you like about yourself without referring to anything that depends on what you do for people. So you can include creative but not good listener, or put others first, for example. Put this list in a prominent place and use it to remind you that your worth is intrinsic. From there, it'll be a matter of craving out time for your beloved hobbies and goals and learning how to draw better boundaries between self and others. Life path number 7. If you have a life path number of 7, you are a peaceful and reflective person who knows how to enjoy a connection with others without letting it define your life. As such, if you're looking to use the law of attraction to find love, you've already got the kind of mindset that fosters a balanced, satisfying relationship. On the other hand, you may struggle to appreciate certain things you have, Similarly, you may find it harder than the average person to believe that the law of attraction really can work. Life path number 7, exercises. To work against this shadow side of your number, try making more of an effort to connect with your spiritual, intuitive nature rather than just using the analytical part of your mind. Meditating, taking daily photographs of moments of beauty, and keeping a gratitude journal may all be helpful. A gratitude journal will also help you grow more positivity. This is especially effective if you challenge yourself to find the silver lining in everyday challenge. However, this will be a work in progress. You'll likely need further exercises to become positive enough to manifest your ideal life. Life path number 8. Being born with a life path number of 8 means you're innately determined, focused, and thoughtful. You're also likely to be confident and practical, which makes you a great organizer. However, this practically also means that you tend to devote every little time to dream. In addition, you may not be able to easily practice your daily visualizations like some other life path numbers can. There is also a possibility that you're forced on material goods to the exclusion of things that have more emotional value. As a result, you may struggle to find lasting love. Life path number 8, exercises. Some of the best ways to grow past these limitations will focus on letting yourself feel your emotions instead of repressing or ignoring them. One way to facilitate this is to look at why you might not feel comfortable with emotion. For example, you might begin by writing down what you've learned about each emotion. What did your family teach you about what it means to be angry, happy, fearful, or hopeful, for example? Uncovering some of the messages you received can help you to reject the ones that no longer serve you. When you do this and pursue other tasks that help you connect with your true feelings, you'll have a better idea of your deepest desires, and better use of the law of attraction will follow. Life path number 9. People tend to automatically respect someone with a life path number of 9, as this number makes you an honorable person with a keen sense of fairness. You're also charismatic, and others are often immediately interested in you. This magnetism can be harnessed as you try to attract all the things you want in life. Unfortunately, your shadow side can get in the way here. You might have a negative obsession with having a successful career or achieving financial freedom. Having negative thoughts about these desired things only stops you from getting them. Life path number 9, exercises. If you're aware that you tend to be negative or fearful about the things you really want, try a simple exercise that begins to reform your beliefs. Write the name of the relevant concept in the center of a piece of a paper, say money or career success. Then surround the word with good associations and positive beliefs. So for money, you might write allows me to travel and means I don't often need to worry about comfort or safety. Write as if you already have the money you want. Pin the paper up where you can see it. This is the start of learning how to live in the knowing, a key concept for those who want to make the most of the law of attraction. Life path number 11. Life path number 11 is a master number. One of the two master life numbers, the other being 22, being born an 11 makes you a very spiritually aware person. Others probably see you as someone who knows more than most and who has a special kind of insight. You probably dream big and have much to offer the world around you. The flip side is that 11s tend to have quite intense mood swings with very little space for feeling merely good rather than amazing or terrible. You likely also find it hard to appreciate what you already have, even if it represents a major step on your road to happiness. Life Path number 11 exercises. Learning how to achieve a greater sense of emotional balance and an ability to turn off the voice of your internal critic is vital if you ever want to manifest the life you desire. A daily meditation practice can help you experience calm and mellow feelings more often, as well pursuing relaxing hobbies. However, you may still need some extra help. Further exercises can help to assist you in quieting intense emotions long enough to tap into your greatest sources of inspiration. Once you can do that, you will be unstoppable. Life path number 22. The final life path number, another master number, is 22, and it's arguably the most powerful number of all. You have many great sources of inner power to tap into. If you make the most of your potential, you can play a role in creating a genuinely better world. The shadow side of 22 does present some significant challenges in spite of this. While you're unlikely to be a truly negative person, you may be overbearing and self censoring. And if you censor yourself, how are you supposed to know what kind of life you really want and make use of all that inbuilt power? Life path number 22 exercises. Working on how you communicate to yourself and others can really take your use of the law of attraction to a new level. There is a happy medium to be found between being insincere and being tactless. Think about how you can achieve that and then work to express yourself authentically. For example, you might try making a list of things you find difficult to say, then write down different ways to say them. However, you could also benefit from a wide range of personal development exercises targeting specifically at number 22s. With thought and effort, formerly self contained sentiments can become congruently, effectively expressed, freeing up more space for you to be yourself and attract what you need. Name or expression number. Expression number is one of the core numbers. It is even considered as the most essential numbers in the numerology chart of a person. Based on your birth name's letters, your expression number can reveal the abilities, talents, as well as shortcomings you hold. The name of a person represents his or her personality history. Whatever your history is, this will shape your future. Before parents meet their kids, they already have instincts about their kid's name. This intuition will serve as the guide force which will pick up the personal vibrations of the child. The name that is given by your parents was actually meant for you. For you to determine your expression number, you need to write your full name, then add numbers of your name. But what if you have a nickname? Or maybe you married and changed or hyphenated your last name. Perhaps you changed the spelling of your first or middle name. Maybe you even went the whole 9 yards and changed your entire legal name. Does my nickname, married name, name change affect my numerology? The answer is yes, it happens. It's common. And your name change most definitely affects your personal numerology, which means it goes on to affect the rest of your life and your ability to create the life that you want. Which name to use in numerology? Well, when you calculate your expression number, it's important that you still use your birth name, the name printed on your birth certificate. But this doesn't mean that your nickname or your newly chosen name has no effect on your life going forward. So, whether you have a cute nickname that stuck with you for years or you've more recently adopted a stage name for a burgeoning acting career, the name you choose to use creates a significant energy transfer between you and the world. Think about it. Every time someone calls out your name, you write it down, fill out a form, or send an email, you're identifying with this name. Even the smallest spelling change will have an effect, because in essence, you're expressing a subtle impression of yourself into the world and attracting similar energy back through your chosen name. But which of your birth, chosen, or given names should you actually use to calculate your personal numerology? The answer to these questions is quite simple: all of them. There is no one size fits all name change numerology calculator. Because the numerology behind every one of your most familiar names will bring you further clarity about the eternity of your life's purpose and how you express yourself in all sorts of different situations. For example, your birth name reveals your overall density, the blueprint of your whole life, who you are, and who you will truly always be, whereas your nickname will represent how you see yourself and how others see you, and this has the potential to change dramatically as you grow and mature. It also may contain the imprint someone else has given you, if your nickname wasn't actually chosen by you. For the most part, your most common name is the very first impression you offer when meeting someone. When you say, "Hi, you're transmitting a coded message, subconsciously telling the person you are and who you want to be perceived as. You are creating a ripple effect that's moving outwards from where you stand into the universe around you. And this ripple effect is powerful. It helps to create the reality you're living in. What the numerology of your nickname or common name says about you. The name you use the most reveals a lot about you and what you're communicating with others. For example, the numerology of your common name may reveal how you want to present yourself, what you're comfortable expressing and sharing, how you connect, interact, and communicate with others, the personal boundaries you have, your general attitude and vibe in a social setting. What the numerology of your formal or birth name says about you. Just because you go by a nickname or a more common name, that doesn't mean your birth name is not important. The numerology of your birth name reveals your true density in life's blueprint. The more hidden aspects of your personality, the side you may not show many people unless you're close to them, what you really like and dislike, your compatibility with others, your innate talents and gifts. What the numerology of your other names say about you. But what if you have more than just a birth name and a common name? Many people have a business or a company name too. Look at your emails and letters. What name do you use to sign off with? Your full name, your nickname, or a different name entirely? For added insight and clarity, it is a really good idea to calculate the numerology behind each of the different names you associate with. This will reveal the many layers of the impressions you show to the world. And it'll also help you begin to consciously choose how you create the reality that's unfolding around you. Whether you're hypernating your last name with your new spouse's or taking on a pseudonym as a writer, make sure it feels right to you. Do it because it feels good, positive, and right. Not because you desire the riches you believe the number 8 will bring or want to leave behind the past of the number 9. If you're running away from something, don't think a name change can get rid of unresolved issues overnight. And remember, another person's impressions are not always a true representation of who you are. Since the alphabet is using an ascending form, the numbers used start from 1 to 9 only. The result will be your expression number. If you have encountered a result like 33, 22, and 11, do not reduce them because they are called master numbers. The numbers. Expression number one. You are a natural leader, individualistic, independent, courageous, and ambitious. You also have the ability to influence the opinions of others. Since you are number one, it symbolizes that you are a pioneer, a front runner, a risk taker, a warrior, a top politician, a general, a self made millionaire, a businessman, an activist, an inventor, or a religious leader. You can also have the possibility to become self centered because your personality is powerful and you sometimes refuse a potential weakness or flaw in your plans. You can also alienate others, so you need to control your personality if you like to maintain a good relationship with others. Expression number two. You are open minded and friendly with a great talent and highly developed intuition. Your abilities are best expressed when you are working with others. Since you tend to stay behind power and throne, you often don't get the recognition and credit you deserve, which can be frustrating. Sensitivity is the key to your characteristics, yet, this may also make you thrown off balance and vulnerable because of an unkind conflict or word. You always get upset by various circumstances. Harmonious and close relationships are important to your happiness and can make you the best partner. Expression number three. You're optimistic, expressive, inspiring, and outgoing. Your personality is extraordinary and can powerfully affect other people. You inspire other people effortlessly. You are also a social person. You also have great potential in arts, which require you to provide creative solutions to your problems. The number three is the number of self expression and creativity, but you have to be careful when showing off your talents. You also need to discipline yourself and learn how to focus to be successful. Expression number four. You're the foundation of enterprises. Your strategies and approach to problems in life is structured and methodical. Many government officials, accountants, managers, lawyers, and bookkeepers are born with expression number four. You are attracted to music and arts, but you typically use love as your inspiration. In terms of relationships, you are somewhat moralistic. You are trustworthy and have integrity, but you can be stubborn and rigid with your strong dislikes and likes when overruling common sense. Your obstacle is being imaginative as well as being attracted to more people who are creative with their lives. Expression number five. You love change, free spirited, love to seek for different kinds of adventure, and always excited with everything. Freedom is everywhere with number five, and your life revolves around it, which is why you have many talents. You also like to try everything in your life, which may lead to a dangerous experience. You can be scattered and unorganized, but you are gifted when it comes to communication. A person who was born with expression number five can be a successful politician, public relations person, salesman, minister, or lawyer. Your enthusiasm is attractive and infectious to others. You fall out and fall in love frequently, and you should guard yourself against relationships and shallow feelings. The key to your success is healthy limits and self discipline. Expression number six. You are caring and loving with the possibility that you will put others before yourself. You are trustworthy and responsible with high regards to honesty and justice. Your level of creativity is high in almost all aspects in life. However, your talents are undeveloped because of servicing to others and sacrificing your time. Since your gift is for harmonizing the opposites, you are qualified to integrate and handle contradictions. This makes you a natural healer and counselor. Expression number seven. You're driven by your desires for knowledge and truth. gifted with a logical and analytical mind and has a huge appetite for answers. You have an interest in exploring mysticism, philosophy, and scientific matters. You also tend to keep your feelings and thoughts hidden. Typically, you require time for yourself. You are sometimes amazed by the depth of knowledge or lack of understanding of others, which may cause you to be cynical, distant, or critical about life. Meditation, tuning in to lower or softer vibrations in life, can make you peaceful. Expression number 8. You have the potential and power to achieve the best things. You are also competitive, and whatever you enterprise, you always achieve success. Authority and money are available to you. You are a good leader and an outstanding judge. Your path requires balance between taking and giving. You may fail to obtain success if you don't know how to balance your spiritual and material aspects. Expression number 9. You are filled with great idealism and compassion. You are also a humanitarian, and your intention is to change the world. You also realize that your satisfaction involves activities which directly benefit the public. You are not good in judging one's character, yet you have a belief that the humanity's goodness is unshakable. Expression number 11. You're a powerful presence, but you're not aware of your inner power. You're sensitive as well as aware. You also sense that you are not the same with others. For you to psychologically and emotionally at peace, you should learn how to control the flow of energy. You are dependent in relationships and highly emotional. Your love life has ups and downs. You may also find yourself vulnerable and hesitant. Expression number 22. You dream huge and you dream of making a history. There is no limit to what you want to do. You have great abilities in leadership, and racial identities don't matter to you. The expression number 22 characterizes those persons who realize that they need to enter another dimension. However, you're not the type to take risks because you are afraid to get frustrated. Expression number 33. The expression number 33 is called the master teacher. But you are not just any type of teacher. You come with high expectations and you are demanding. For some people, this expression number is similar to number 6, which is caring and loving. However, the expression number 33 can be influenced in a negative or positive way. Your soul urge number. Often referred to as the heart's desire or soul number, this core element of your personal numerology chart peels back the layers of your numerology chart. Whilst your life path number gives meaning to the direction of your journey through life, and your expression or density number reveals your gift, talents, and unique offerings to the world, the soul urge number is what unlocks the deeper you, the eternal spiritual you, the you which is so often hidden from the outside world. Deciphering this hidden personal code reveals your core desires, your inner cravings and urges. It shows up your passions and your fears and what motivates you on a deep spiritual level. The soul urge quite simply reveals the guiding force behind what your soul came here to experience in this life. Once this number is uncovered, for many people, life begins to make sense. Depression and anxiety often lived as the stirrings of the soul can be finally recognized, nurtured, and given the fuel that it needs to thrive and find meaning in the world. How to calculate the soul urge number? In Pythagorean numerology, the soul urge number, like the density expression number, comes from the letters in your full name. However, to calculate it, we use only the vowels. This is because the consonants are pronounced with sharp edges and have a definitive beginning or end. They are the containers for how we express, representing our public personality and the traits we outwardly reveal to the world. But vowels are pronounced from free flowing breath. They are formed of air, spirit, and the formless, timeless essence we contain within. Here is the basic soul urge calculation method. First, eliminate all of the consonants in your full name so that you have only vowels remaining. Take the values assigned to each of these letters using the table below and add them all together. Add those numbers together and reduce this to a single digit or master number. Easy. A equals 1, E equals 5, I equals 9, O equals 6, U equals 3, Y equals 7 sometimes. What about the letter Y? It can be hard to know what to do with the letter Y because sometimes it's used as a consonant and sometimes as a vowel. It all depends on how it's being used within each specific word and what sound it makes. Here are a couple of rules to follow to help you work out whether to include it in your calculation. Use the letter Y as a vowel when Y is the only vowel sound in the syllable Terry, Griffin, Kylie. Y precedes a vowel in another syllable and provides an additional vowel sound. Naya, hyacinth. Use the letter Y as a consonant and don't use it to calculate your soul urge number when Y is used in place of a hard consonant sound. Yoda, Juliana, Toyota. When Y follows a vowel in the same syllable and does not provide a separate vowel sound. Grayson, Maya, Natalia. The master number exception. 11 and 22 are master numbers and they have unique meanings that require standalone readings. If you reach totals of 11 or 22, and in many cases 33, stop your calculation there. You do not need to continue reducing. Soul urge number 1. Your soul urge is to be the driving force in life. You have a deep belief that what you feel, say, and do has great value in the world, and you're right. You desire to be heard and for others to follow your lead. You trust your own instincts, often above the views and perspectives of others, and have the makings of a great leader and a pioneer for change. You may have issues with authority throughout your life, not least because your self assurance often means that others look to you for guidance and direction, regardless of the position you take. You are committed and loyal. However, your dominant nature means others are easily silenced in your presence, and you may not even notice the hurt feelings of those you leave in your wake. You must be careful that your confidence can be confused with arrogance, and your desire for progress doesn't create needless competition. Whilst you'll never be fulfilled unless a position of authority or power, try to make friends on the way up. You never know when you may need some loyalty in return. Soul urge number 2. Your soul urge is to be needed, admired, and loved by all. You are motivated by relationships and have a deep need to connect with others. You are sensitive and tactful and always striving to ensure harmony, balance, and cooperation prevail wherever you are. In fact, life can begin to feel very uncomfortable very quickly at the first sign of conflict or drama. So you do very best to keep the peace, and it's something you are good at. You may have issues with self trust throughout your life, not because you don't value yourself, but because you always need someone else's opinion or perspective to measure, contrast, or connect to your own. Without an external point of reference, you can feel lost or even lonely. Your strong, often intuitive connection to others means that you are a natural team player and a valuable contributor to the whole. But you must ensure that your kindness and sensitivity doesn't leave you too open or vulnerable. Strong emotional boundaries will ensure you are not taken advantage of in life. Soul urge number three. Your soul urge is to cultivate and express your own personal magic. You're inspiring, witty, and original, and instinctively see the positive side to every situation. You seek pleasure and fun, and this makes you magnetic to other people as you can't help but share your shiny perspective with everyone around you. You're a performer at heart and love nothing more than an adoring audience. This means you have the potential to achieve great fame and recognition in your life, especially within the arts. You're likely to be disorganized and even scattered in your approach to life. This can make you appear uncommitted or disloyal, so it's vital for you to learn to channel and devote your creativity to fewer, larger projects as you grow. You will always have critics in life. This is part of the territory for a Soul Urge 3, so your challenge is to rise above them and develop fierce self love. Soul Urge number 4. Your sole urge is to find beauty, order, and stability in the chaos of life. You find a zen like satisfaction in performing the simplest repetitive domestic or practical chores as you feel in most alignment with your essence when restoring harmony to unbalanced situations. You are a creator of systems and love to make plans and organize the world around you. Others feel an innate sense of security and stability when near you, when you're often called upon for advice and counsel. It's likely that you fear change or uncertainty, which means you miss out on opportunities to grow. It's important that you give yourself enough space for spontaneous actions and frequently do things which take you out of your comfort zone. You're incredibly loyal, patient, and generous, but your straight talking attitude can sometimes be received as a little harsh or unkind, though never intentional. So, developing greater skills of empathy and tact would likely serve you well. Soul urge number 5. Your soul urge is to experience as much variety as you can. You have an inquisitive mind and a thirst for adventure that is only satisfied when you're on a quest of discovery. Travel is your passion, and you feel at your most alive when you're on the open road, meeting new people and experiencing new things. This means that you may quickly become jaded or restless and struggle with commitment in ordinary life. And if you feel too hemmed in, either by a situation or a partner, then you'll quickly find ways to rebel. Your enthusiasm inspires others, and you easily make friends. Unfortunately, maintaining these relationships can be much harder for you, as once the initial spark of excitement has worn off, you're often resistant to opening up to others in deeper ways. You have an innate sense of trust that the universe will look after you, but you don't easily share this trust with the people in your life. So, learning to be vulnerable with others is a great challenge, but one which will ultimately bring you much strength and fulfillment. Soul urge number 6. Your soul urge is to nurture and care for others. You love people and you have a true gift for creating the right conditions for others to flourish and reach their highest potentials. You have a deep need to provide for other people's needs and an intuitive sense of what those needs are. You are happiest when you can see the positive results of your influence unfolding and witness the people around you thriving and happy. But this selfless approach to life can often lead to you neglecting your own needs. So you must ensure your energy does not become depleted and you regularly care for yourself as much as for others. You may have perfectionist tendencies, leading to very high expectations of yourself and of others, which means it can be very difficult for you or anybody else to reach the lofty goals you set. This can lead to disappointment and resentment, so you must learn to let go, or true fulfillment and happiness will always be elusive. Soul urge number 7. Your soul urge is to discover meaning in the world around you. You're a natural seeker of knowledge on an endless quest to find out the hows and whys of life. Whether in scientific, historical, literary, or mystical realms, you have a deep yearning to always understand more. Because of your questioning nature, you can often feel as though you don't quite belong in the world. That other able to simply accept things at face value is a mystery to you. So it's likely that you instinctively separate yourself from them and may be perceived as an outsider. In truth, you are unique and your perspectives are of great value to the world. Discovering healthy expressions and outlets of your thoughts and theories is vital if you want to fulfill your potential and gain the trust of your peers. You must also work to develop self trust, as however much groundwork and research you do, ultimately your truth will be found within. Soul urge number 8. Your soul urge is to find power, status, and prosperity. You are motivated by success and achievement, especially when it's rewarded financially. But this isn't a selfish yearning. Your desire to control resources stems from a deep need to improve the lives of others and distribute wealth accordingly. You understand commerce, trade, and industry and want it to benefit those you love. You are confident, ambitious, and have high levels of stamina. Your strong sense of purpose may come across as domineering to others, but really, you just want to achieve the success that you work so hard for. Your challenge is not to be overcome by material gains, but to go the extra mile and use the money and power that you so naturally magnetize for the greater good. You're a natural leader, so ensure that you lead by example and act with integrity at all times. You have the capacity to instill great trust and respect from others, so it's vital that the power you wield isn't abused. Soul urge number 9. Your soul urge is to make the world a better place for a collective. You're a humanitarian at heart and yearn to leave a lasting legacy of wellness and love wherever you go. Deeply altruistic, you only want the best for people and have the rare gift of seeing into their souls and knowing exactly what this is. You have visionary perspectives and are unwaveringly positive. You have the uncanny ability to see and believe in the best possible outcome in any situation. You desire to impart your wisdom, experience, and insight to others, but must be careful that your well wishes don't come across as overbearing. Often regarded as someone who has all the answers and willingly offers them, can mean that others come to resent and rebel against your advice. Or alternatively, they resist thinking for themselves when they're around you. So you must be very careful that your desire to help doesn't interfere with others' need to find their own way through life and crucially make their own mistakes. It is also important for you to learn the art of fair exchange. You have such a generous spirit that you can easily give, and give without receiving anything in return. Your idealistic nature would love to believe you are setting an example, but in reality, you could be creating an unhealthy balance of energy. Soul urge number 11. Your soul urge is to trust your inner voice and express this confidently into the world. You are a sensitive and insightful soul, so it's likely that you have a psychic gift and the ability to channel high frequency information. This can be a challenge. You may often feel ungrounded or nervous or too empathetically aware of what others are feeling. You are creative and have a calming influence on others. In fact, it's likely that other people are instinctively drawn into you, sensing your highly healing frequencies by simply being in your presence. You may often feel like you're on a search for deep spiritual truths and try to find these in many other people and their teachings. But your challenge is to go within and seek the peace you so desire inside of yourself. Soul urge number 22. Your soul urge is to catalyze the transformation of the world. You're a visionary, an architect of the world. Your utopian perspectives inspire others and provide the ambitious goals that others need to continually evolve. But you're also grounded, stable, and practical, so it's unlikely that you regard your visions as anything but ordinary. Just like the soul urge for, others feel an innate sense of security and stability when near you. So you inspire a great deal of confidence in them. As such, you will make a great leader, manager, and organizer of people. In fact, you will begin to realize your true calling only when you begin to see your grandest visions materializing with the help of others, whom you have carefully directed. You must be sure that you follow your soul's calling in life and do not become lethargic and too safely confined in your comfort zone. Soul Urge 22s are destined for great things, but courage and self belief must come first, lest their talents are frittered away. How numerology works in business. You may already know that you can use numerology to learn things about yourself as a person. The full date of your birth reveals insights about your personality. The numerological equivalent of the letters in your name speaks to areas of personal development that could benefit you. But did you know that certain activities are more or less likely to succeed depending on the numerology of the day on which you do them? Let's say you're trying to decide whether or not to go to a particular networking event. Knowing the numerology of the event can give clues about whether it will benefit you or not. The same thing works for sales. Trying to pick a date for your next webinar using numerology to guide your choice will increase your chances of success. How to calculate numerology for a particular day. The first step is knowing the numerology for the date you're wondering about. If the date of your networking event is April 28th, 2016, for example, add it up as follows. The month is April, which is the fourth month, equals 4. The day is 28 equals 2 plus 8. The year is 2016 equals 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6. Add up the digits of all of these numbers. 4 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6 equals 23. Further reduce this number to a single digit by adding its digits. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So the numerological vibration for the day of your event, April 28, 2016, is a 5. Now, what does this mean? What kinds of activities are recommended on this day? Will a networking event be a good use of your time? Understanding different numerological vibrations. Now that you know your networking event is on a 5 day, you begin to get an idea of whether your networking event would be a good idea or not. 5 is the number of change, freedom, and adventure. 5 days are great for ideas, intellectual pursuits, exploration, and seizing opportunities. All of that sounds really auspicious for a networking event. But 5 is also a day to expect the unexpected. While that could mean that you'll make a great connection with someone you never in a million years thought you would meet, it could also mean that you'll break a heel on your way to the event and end up going home early. Planning for numerological success. I don't want you to think that your life has to be ruled by the numbers. Instead, I want you to recognize the kind of energy that's available and plan accordingly. For instance, if you'd like to host a webinar, you can be successful on almost any kind of a day. The trick is knowing how to tailor your webinar so that it suits the vibration of the day. Here is a breakdown of how to be most successful with your webinar or other type of lead generating sales activity on any type of day. Sales and making offers via webinars or live events. This section discusses the best ways for group sales activities. The following section addresses how to close sales or make high ticket offers in one on one situations. On a 1 day, this is a great day to expect others to do exactly what you tell them to do. So if you're going to make a click now to buy offer or you want people to go to the back room and buy, that will do well today. It's also a good day to launch an ad campaign, emphasizing the uniqueness or newness of whatever you're offering will increase sales. Limited time offers and fast action bounces do well this day. It is also a good day to launch an ad campaign. On a 2 day, this is the day for peace and harmony, relationships, and communication. A successful sales event today is one that utilizes life coaching or where the call to action is to book a one on one sales conversation. Don't expect quick decisions, so it's not advisable to offer a bonus that expires that same day. On a 3 day, this is a good day to sell any kind of a group program where there will be lots of interactions with each other. It's also a good day to let participants interact with each other in a fun or playful way. Another sales tactic that will work well is to ask participants to be creative or expressive as part of the sales process. On a 4 day, this isn't the best day for making sales. People just won't get excited about what you're offering, or they'll have a hard time believing that hiring you or buying from you will help them make the change they're after. It is a good day to fix whatever might be broken in your funnel, however. If you're at a live event, it's a good day to review what was offered the day before, explain in further detail, etc. On a 5 day, this kind of day is great for sales, but expect higher than normal refunds or people unwilling to commit. You can also expect the unexpected, so you could have tech issues on this day. On another hand, you could also pop a big sale. Don't go off script or take other unnecessary risks. On a 6 day, this is not a great day to start anything new, so don't make offers to cold traffic or people who don't know you from Adam. But if you're talking to a warm audience or people who already know and love you, making offers to them on a sixth day will attract abundance and success. Using existing clients as testimonials, especially if they're emotional and feel good rather than strictly monetary, will be very effective. This is also a good day to nurture your affiliates. On the seventh day, avoid making sales on this day, as the energy is profoundly inward focused. It's also quite spiritual energy rather than material. It's a great day to review your sales process and receive inspiration about how to tweak it. Just don't go in thinking you already have the answers. The gift of this day is the whispers of your intuition. On an 8th day, excellent day to present yourself as an expert and thought leader. Shoot videos, give stage presentations, be interviewed, kick off a live event. All excellent methods for generating sales on an 8th day. Emphasizing your accomplishments will be viewed favorably this day. Great day to make high ticket offers. On a 9th day, great day for a webinar that's the culmination of a launch or the final day of an event. Remain unattached to the outcome, trusting that abundance of the universe is yours for the taking. These particular people don't buy, others will. The best days for closing sales. The same kind of analysis can be applied to a one on one sales situation or a situation in which you hope to close the prospect at the end of the meeting or when you're making a high ticket offer. On a 1 day, emphasize your role as leader, as pathfinder, as rule breaker. Good day to close any personality type as long as you present yourself in a way that will be appealing to them. In other words, don't let your ego or arrogance get in the way. On a 2 day, excellent day to close a sale when you'll be in a supporting role to your new client or customer. Emphasize the balance and harmony that will be created by having you on the team, ask a lot of questions, do a lot of listening. Good day to close S's, not D's, unless you're able to do it quickly and or play to their ego. On a 3 day, emphasize how much fun you'll have together, how much you'll be able to create, the new territories you'll explore. Good day to close high eyes, bad day for C's, unless you've got lots and lots of data to support the sale. On a 4 day, not a great day to close a sale, unless it's a high C personality who will want to review every detail of the deal. The same thing I said above applies. It will be her to excite your prospect or get them to believe that anything will change for them when they hire you. On a 5 day, while this is a great day to make low ticket sales because you can attract a lot of attention with your offer and paint a clear picture of the results they'll get from hiring you, it's not as effective for one on one or high ticket sales. The reason is they'll want to rewrite the contract and introduce new topics for considerations, or they'll be wishy washy and unwilling to commit. It could be a great day, however, to make a truly dazzling presentation. Just don't expect them to sign that day. Also, have a backup plan for your backup plan, as 5 is the day of the unexpected. On a 6th day, this is the single best day to close a big sale, assuming it's a warmed up relationship. Simply nurture and expand upon whatever they liked about you in the first place. Feel confident, patient, don't rush the appointment or the close. Open your arms and allow them to walk in for the loving embrace of hiring you. On a 7th day, this is the worst day to close a sale because of how inward facing the energy is and how non material. It could work if you're selling an intimate product like personal coaching, but be prepared to do a full therapy session with the person before they say yes. On an 8 day, this is the best day to close high D personalities, high ticket offers, or any product or service that will put you in a leadership role with your new client or customer. You come across as powerful, knowledgeable, and reliable this day. Take responsibility, propose solutions to tough problems, offer strong guarantees. In short, be a leader who others can follow and trust. On a 9 day, this is a great day to conclude a sale that's had a particularly long sales cycle. It's also auspicious when buying from you represents a definite departure from the old way of doing things, or if they're hiring you to clean up a mess or fix something that's broken, or if they're basically handing over the reins to you. Numerology and other business activities. Other business activities, not just sales, can be optimized when you take the numerology into consideration. Make plans. 1. Brainstorm. Decide where you're doing and how to get there. 7. If you need inspiration or a change of plans and your conscious brain is having a tough time to figure it out. 8. If you need to get others on board with your plans. Write blog posts and other content. 1. Assert your ideas. This day is the essence of pure creation. 5. You receive inspiration and ideas. Publishing or scheduling for publication on this day attracts maximum eyeballs. Networking, foreign partnerships. 3. Fun, expressive, cooperative energy. 5. Change, freedom to do new things, ideas. 8. Be seen as a leader. Empires are built with this energy. Signing on the dotted line. 1. Seal the deal that initiates something new, contract, partnership, event, campaign. 8. Empire building day. 9. Day of culmination. Paperwork, invoicing. 2. Harmony, like if you're being helped by an assistant. 4. Details, chores, providing a foundation and structure to your business. 6. Attract people and money to you. Nurture what you have. Review, content to do lists. 1. When you want fresh new ideas and brainstorming. 4. If there is a lot of detail involved or the work is mundane or routine. 7. Flashes of intuition, physically connected. Great day for going inward and reflecting. Team meetings. 1. When you're announcing something new and declaring that this is the way it is from now on. 2. When what you seek to foster is harmony and balance, group buying. 3. If the purpose of the meeting is fun and social. 4. If there is work to be done in the meeting. 8. When you need to project leadership and strength, or if there are big problems to be addressed. 9. When the meeting is a wrap up or celebration of a job well done. Wrapping up the astrology of numerology. Some people connect numerology to astrology. However, you have to take note that they have huge differences. Astrology involves zodiac signs, while numerology only covers numbers. The astrology of numerology does not tackle any zodiac signs or horoscopes. The number and its meaning can be calculated using your birth name and birth date. The process of calculation is not complicated as you think. It only involves addition of numbers and converting the letters of your name to numbers. The difference of numerology and astrology. Numerology has a huge difference with astrology. One of its differences is that astrology does not use any zodiac signs or horoscopes, but it may use zodiacs to calculate the numbers of months or days, but typically it focuses more on numbers. When compared to astrology, numerology does not predict your future or career life. However, the meanings of numbers are based from your experiences in the past. Numerology does not also foretell your future career. The meanings of numbers will just guide on your future career. These meanings also suggest on how you can avoid the negative energy that may fail you to achieve success in life. Moreover, they may help you make the most of your talents or personalities that could lead you to the path of success. For those who have heard numerology for the first time, you have to bear in mind that is not a way for you to know your future. No one knows their future. Even members can't predict them. The only thing you need to do is create your destiny and concentrate on what you want to achieve in life. If you will apply the meanings of birth number and expression number on your life, make sure that you will use them wisely. The meanings of those numbers don't suggest you to believe. The decision is still yours. If you think that it has a huge contribution to your life, then consider them. However, if you think that it would just ruin your plan in life, don't apply it to your daily life and just use it as your guide because it can serve as your guide in anything that you do. Overall, numerology is an interesting study which you may take into consideration, especially if you're searching for answers and you want to be more prepared with your future career life. Remember, numerology can serve as your guide. If you have knowledge about it, use it to benefit other people. Don't overuse or abuse your power and knowledge because they might ruin your life in the future and may be the cause of your failure in the end. So, use numerology with caution and wisely.